Hey, good morning, everybody. We're just getting out to Woodward right now. I'm getting out here a little late. I went to go put air in my tires, and I noticed somebody last night or the night before threw their door into my car So I was checking that out, and I was putting stuff in the car. But we're turning on the Woodward right now. But there's already a lot of people out. I was out here. I had to go run to McDonald's to get something to eat, but there was like literally tons of cars out already. So I was supposed to be out here already this morning, already set up like all my stuff up, but again, just didn't have time. So I figured, you know what? While we're driving, instead of just sitting there the whole time filming, because you're gonna see some of that too later, we'll just cruise a little bit, because there's a lot of people out driving right now. Usually people start driving in the morning, and that's about it. Some guy's got a yellow Rhino Line GMC Envoy that has Spirit Airlines on the side. Pretty funny. But you can see there's a ton of people out already. So we're just going to take our time getting up to the Dodge exhibit. Up there. Hang out with the Mopar, or the Hemi Insanity guys. There you go, check out this Jeep. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more. Oakland County's got their SWAT Bearcat out. So yeah, I got a massive door ding, like right on the crease too, so go figure. So I gotta take and get that fixed. So yeah, it's been an interesting day already. There's one of those new Ferrari SUVs. Pink. Actually, I've seen that lady before. Check out the Auburn. The boat tail. Freaking awesome. That's an awesome car. '68 Charger right to our left there. And like I said, a lot of people are just getting out here right now, so this will be completely packed by like 11:30 for sure. Thanks, nice car here too. Yeah, it's fun. I've never been an EV person, but it's fun. What's that? Yeah, I've had it for a year now. Yeah, they've solved almost all the problems with it, so yeah. Another person who likes the Charger, and he's in a Camaro from Trans Am Depot. That's Chevelle. There we go. 300. Beautiful 300. Can't hear me. He's just like looking through me. So the guy should like Camaro turned into a Chevelle. Look at all the Topolinos. whole bunch of different colored ones. Now we're going through bubbles. That's funny. Oh, this Ford up here is smoking pretty good. Holy smokes. He's really smoking. So we're going to go up towards Pontiac. The Dodge display is just south of M1 Concourse in Bloomfield Township at St. George's Greek Orthodox Church. That's cool. But yeah, we're going to go there and just have some fun. Nice 70 Challenger. Well, you guys can see there's cars everywhere up here. Biggest car event in the world. And this is just everybody just trying to get down here. Get it over a little bit. Now the thing is where Dodge display is, there isn't a whole lot of traffic compared to like being down here, but there isn't a whole lot of cops either. So people usually get up and do some burnouts. So that's the fun part. Down where all the activity is, there's hardly anything. Like, people hardly do anything because the cops will bust you big time. We got a Pacer up here. Fishbowl. Shelby guys, Shelby Club of America, there you go. There's their setup. Got a beautiful 69 Mach 1 right next to it. Through that light. Alright, we're gonna catch this one. I like your Pacer, man. That's awesome.
76.
76?
Yeah.
I seen your Centennial plates. That's cool.
Yeah. She's got 15,700 miles on it.
That's it?
Hasn't ran in 25 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got her going yesterday.
That's awesome. That's cool. It's in really good shape.
I can't complain.
Being a survivor car, it's a pretty good survivor car, man.
They brought it out on the lot.
The funny thing is that thing's so awkward. It's just cool, you know. You hear that? That guy got that Pacer running yesterday. It's been sitting. It's got 15,000 miles on it originally. Like original miles, unrestored. It's got a little bit of rust on it, but not bad. I love AMC stuff, so. Once we get up here to the Dodge display, you guys are gonna probably be like put down a little bit because I carry some stuff. Oh, the cops are hiding in the woods over there. We got a Radical over here in the far lane. See if I can get over and see you guys. Maybe I can get up here and you guys can see it. One of those Radical cars. I don't know if you guys can see it on the other side right there. There's a Ferrari in the median. That Radical. It's pretty cool. Nice Nomad. So we're getting up here pretty close to it. Like I said, I'm gonna have to park and walk a little bit. So you guys are gonna be like stumbling around with me for a little while. I'm just gonna throw out my chair. I'll bring the tripod. I'll put you guys up. But I have to walk and get some stuff out of the trunk, so you guys are not gonna see any cars for about 3-4 minutes. But once we get there, it's just a small walk because I didn't actually get a spot this year. So we got to find a parking spot, and we'll walk out, and we'll go by the road and camp out. And then my dad's bringing the 79 300 that we have down, hopefully. So we'll be checking that out too, maybe go for a ride in that later. Unless you guys want to do a couple laps. It's up to you. We can go through Pontiac. We can cruise a little bit. I just want to see what's going on. There's the Dodge display up here. Right here. Right where these tents are up here. See what's going on. A bunch of trucks. Let's go through Pontiac real quick, see what's going on in Pontiac, and then we'll come back and check everything out. They got, I might have to get back over and go back because they got the parking lots. The parking lot that we usually park in is blocked off. So let me go up here. I'll turn around by M1 Concourse and come back. Because I want to get a spot at least. We'll go up here, we'll turn right here. There's a lucid gravity. That's the second lucid gravity I've seen today. We're just south of M1 Concourse. This is the intersection, like right here where M1 Concourse is. Where they have roadkill nights. So we're gonna try to find a parking spot on that side road, and then we'll set up the camera next to the road. That way you guys can watch all the stuff come up. We got a Go Mango Charger Daytona in front of us. 06. Like I said, I got a chair and stuff to bring out. I'm not bringing the canopy and everything out. I'm not putting that up yet. It's so overcast right now, I really don't need it. But we got to find a parking spot up here. So we're going to do a turn right here where the Dodge guys are, where the Heavy Insanity guys are. And we're going to probably put our tent right here somewhere. Or not our tent, but our chairs. See the 06 in front of us with the flat plane V8. And we'll go check out the Dodge display. They're supposed to have a Charger here, and then they got the Cha-Ching green car, they got the Super Bee here, they got a whole bunch of their concept vehicles and stuff, but they're supposed to have, for the first time, they're supposed to have a, red oxide colored Dodge Charger 6-pack here. First time they've done red oxide. Yeah, it's supposed to be overcast. They were saying it was supposed to rain yesterday, and then all of a sudden they changed it. They said it'll be fine, and tomorrow it's supposed to be thunderstorms. So let's go up here and see if we can find a parking spot. I want to set up my tent right there because that's where I usually set my stuff up. So see, they have this blocked off here, but sometimes we can park in the back. If not, we're gonna have to park on the side street here, which is fine. You can park on the side street. That does not bother me. Actually, no. Guess what? We can still park back here. That's fine with me. I'm just gonna pull right back up here, and we're gonna pull through. And now you guys gotta give me a few seconds to get all my stuff out of the trunk. So give me just a few seconds. I'm gonna pull my chair out and that, and then I will come grab you guys, and then we'll get the tripod out. You guys can sit by the road. Okay, guys, I'm gonna carry a whole bunch of stuff. Got a backpack, got a whole bunch of stuff, so hold on a second here. Get to see my Met car. Like I said, give me just a second here. 11 p.m. Yeah, I believe it. Like I said, it's overcast as can be. Good morning. So give me just a second here to walk up and around the building. Matter of fact, I'm gonna walk this way. I gotta lock my car too. That would probably help. Hold on here. I'm carrying a drink. I got a whole bunch of stuff. All right. There we go. All right. So for some reason the screen's stuck. Now, let's walk over here. Like I said, we'll go through the Dodge display and stuff. But I actually want to get out here by the road first. I should have been here earlier today, but nice little Riviera. All right. I'm gonna try to set up shop a little bit away from these guys so you guys don't get the canopy in your way. Hold on here. I'm gonna put you down for just a second. All right, hold on. All right, let me put my stuff down. And we can sit and watch for a few minutes and then we'll walk through the car show and stuff. All right, put my little table up. Like I said, there won't be as much traffic up here as there is down at the thing, but you'll actually see cars drive and you'll see people do crazy stuff up here too. Monte Carlo. So like I said, there'll be some gaps in the traffic and that. Just how the road's laid out with not as many people up here. There you go, Durango RT with a wide body kit on it. But you'll see a lot of people getting on it like that. You can't do that down there. That Ferrari SUV. T-Seam by Maserati. There you go, Dakota. Best looking truck ever. Second gen Dakota. Not a lot of people know, but the current generation Ram 1500, the 5th gen, has a lot of, was inspired by that truck. It has a lot of body lines that were on that truck. If you look at the side doors and stuff, it has the same indentions and everything. So again, you're gonna see like a bunch of cars at once, and then you're gonna see a gap. So this is how it is. But like I said, you're actually gonna see cars move and do stuff up here. That's the thing I like about coming up here. It's not as like car, but you get to see people actually driving their stuff. I also posted a video this morning of the emergency vehicle parade from yesterday. A lot of Mopars and that, a lot of cool emergency vehicles if you like to watch different like ambulances, hearses, police cars, fire trucks. That was a really cool event. Mustang 2. Last year at this actual venue here, Rich Rebuild showed up with his Hellcat powered Town and Country. Did a massive burnout right here. 99 Prowler. Bird. Like I said, people are just starting to get out here too. It's gotten quite a bit busier since we came up here, so. Comes a GTO. One of the most comfortable cars I've ever sat in. The Holden Commodore Pontiac GTO. Close to nothing to look at on the outside, but it was actually a pretty awesome car. See the wagon down there too. Wagons are getting super popular, and they're getting very expensive to find anymore if you got a good survivor wagon. There's also supposed to be, we might even see a couple of the Goodyear blimps today. They got 2 Goodyear blimps flying over the area. Last year there was just 1. This year there's 2. Trailblazer SS. Another one. There you go. Dune buggy. He's got a skeleton smashed into the front of his car. It's pretty funny. Eldorado for sale. There goes a guy in the Pacer on the other side. That's pretty cool. 15,000 original miles. Just got it started yesterday. He's out cruising with his son on Woodward. It's been sitting for a while, he said. Very cool. Can you guys see the opposite lane of traffic all right? If not, I can zoom in a little bit more. I just figured with this angle, you can kind of see cars coming and going. It's another Dakota. Shelby GT. And we got a old LTD cop car. There's a checkered marathon cab over here coming. We're right on the opposite lane right there. Like I said, if you guys ever have a chance to come out to Woodward and do it, it's a must on any kind of car person's, bucket list of things to do. There's so much stuff going on today, it's impossible to see everything. I was going to go down to Mustang Alley yesterday, and I just got too busy. You've probably seen that Ford unveiled their new Dark Horse SC convertible, too. 795 horsepower. It's going to be well over $100,000. We're hearing about $117,000, but look at that thing. It's a Toyota Tacoma. Or, a Toyota SR5. But yeah, there's so much stuff to do down here and so much stuff to see. Like, it's become a whole week of events. And Thursday and Friday are by far the best nights to come out because everybody's driving. Like, the problem was last night, if you seen the live stream I did, I couldn't even do one lap that I usually do. I did it in over 2 hours and the cops kicked us all off because it took me over 2.5 hours and I didn't even complete a whole lap on Woodward. That's how many people were out. So, it was busy last night. Somebody's got a drone up in the air too. There's GTX. We got the highlight of the Woodward Dream Cruise right here, Smart Bus coming. Lots and lots of those new Supras out this year. There was quite a few last year, but I've seen a ton of them out. People always assume that you know, Woodward's just full of like muscle cars and stuff like that. We got everything here. So there's a Fiero on the other side. There's a Magnum with a 300 SRT front end on it. Actually looked pretty good. I am up just south of South Boulevard. I am in Bloomfield Township at the Dodge display over here. The Dodge display is like right on the other side of this building here. We're with the Hemi Insanity guys over here. So Dodge has a lot of their stuff up. They got a trailer, direct connection stuff. Usually they give out free t-shirts. I haven't been up there just yet because I just sat down. But usually go up there, you can get a free t-shirt and stuff. They have the new Super Bee up there. Twin turbo, 600 horsepower Super Bee. They got a couple of new colors for the Charger and Durango. They also have John O'Malley's Boosted Motorsports Grudge Match car. Oh, that's cool. An El Camino made into Grand National. That's pretty cool. So they got a whole bunch of stuff up here. See if I can tilt you guys down just a little bit. There you go. That should be a little bit better. That way you're not so like looking up at the sky. 78 Trans Am? 77, 78? 77. Here comes that Grand National El Camino build. This thing's pretty sweet. He's turning in the parking lot here. I hate that crap so much. And that's a Charger doing that. I never understood the whole burble tune thing. Like, okay, it sounds loud and it's obnoxious. So we got a ton of people on the live stream. Where is everybody from? Curious to know. Because it's still early in a lot of parts of the country, but AMC. Spirit. Rochester, New York? Because we're actually not that far from Rochester, Michigan right here. Oh, cool. Niagara Falls. Well, if your son lives here, you need to come out and visit, man, and enjoy the Woodward Dream Cruise. That's what I figured. Sterling Heights, Steve, get your butt out here, man. Still have some area up here that people can come sit at. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know when my dad's gonna be here yet. I figured he'd be calling me by now, but if the stream cuts out for a second, it's probably because he's calling me. Like I said, he's bringing our 79 300 down, so. My dad's not really familiar with the area around here. Oh, cool. Oh, you got an Alchemy Edition one. Sweet. I seen one of the Alchemy ones last night. If it wasn't you. If you were out here last night, I probably seen you. It was at the Shell station across from Dugan's. Here we go. Here comes that Grand National El Camino thing. That sounds pretty badass. There we go, Gremlin. Trackhawk. No, the one I seen was black. So there's another one out here. Nice old Plymouth. Hey, no problem. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. We'll see. And then I'm going to go check out the Dodge stuff and that, because I got to cover all that stuff for Mopar Insiders, so. But we'll be out and about all day today. Go charge my phone when it dies. I should see if I brought my power bank with me. I think I did. I did. I just gotta see how much. I think I charged it up all the way. We'll plug you guys in. There's the guy again. Alright, let me plug you guys in real quick. Yeah, we got full power bank, so we're good for a while. Hey, thanks for watching, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You know, I just figure I'm out here every day during Woodward Dream Week, so it's like, hey, might as well record it, you know? There's a lot of people who don't get the chance to come out and see everything, so try to get people to come out to the Woodward every year. It's a great event. Like I said, it's not, everybody thinks it's just big three stuff. It's not. We got everything here. Just a normal Friday night on Woodward is better than most towns, like normal cruise nights. So a lot of people don't know we have tons of Ferraris, Lamborghinis. We got, like I said before, there's people with even like diesel Jettas and Golfs that have a group. There's groups for everything. Yep, I streamed last year too. Yep. I've been in this spot for, Hazel Park. Yeah, not too far away. I've been coming up here for like the last 4 years. And then I was down at Berkeley one year, right between 12 and 13 Mile. And it was okay. It was okay down there. Hold on a second. The cord yanked out of my backpack. It was okay down there. A lot more action, but the problem was the spot we were in. I had my car in it at the time. I had my Durango, so we could tailgate, and there wasn't much room for the four of us with the car in the spot because the spot was actually so small. So last year we put our cars up here. We put both of our cars up there. Another gremlin. Put both of our cars up here, and yeah, it was just packed up here. So, but again, people are actually driving their stuff here, and people get kind of crazy a little bit. So it's kind of funny. You get to see people do burnouts and stuff. So, is there a car show or cruise? Well, there's been car shows all freaking week. If you go back on the channel here on Wednesday, it was Mopars at the Donut Cutter, which was an awesome event. There's a little donut shop in Berkeley, Michigan, and every Wednesday before the Dream Cruise, all the Mopar guys get together, and there's tons and tons of classic Mopars. There's been little events everywhere. Yesterday, there was car shows going on. There was last week that we had Roadkill Nights. We had there was an EV called the Clean Cruise. There was what was it? Another thing in Troy last week, or no, Clawson. So there's tons of stuff all this week. There's been car shows all week long. So like we're up here at the Dodge display. But like if you go down to 9 Mile, so we're about the equivalent of 18 Mile up here. But if you go down to 9 Mile in Ferndale, they have Mustang Alley. Yep, my buddy was there and he won an award with his Lincoln Continental at the Troy Traffic Jam. I wasn't able to go. I just had stuff going on. But if you go down to 9 Mile, they got Mustang Alley. Chevrolet's got their big stuff on the median between, oh, well, it's not the median, but it's like their little park there in Birmingham, Michigan. They got the new 2027 Silverado, and they have like every generation of Silverado laid out, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, there's just tons and tons of stuff going on. Like I said yesterday, that we hung out at 11 Mile because emergency vehicle parade was going on. I filmed that video actually posted this morning. So, is there a burnout area north of you? Pontiac is a complete burnout area because everybody goes crazy up there. It's actually too crazy. The cops go haywire up there, and there's a lot of idiots up there. But you'll see some burnouts here for sure. Once people start about after lunchtime, when they start eating and that, they'll go for a cruise and they'll down it. Falcon. But yeah, there's so many different events to do throughout the week. Woodward used to be just like one day, and now it's a whole week of events. There we go. '71 Grand Prix. Pretty badass car back in the day. Still to this day, but Grand Prix. Do they normally cut off a section of the loop for burnouts? I swear the section east of... Well, right now there's a ton of construction going on right there, so there's probably nothing to do, but they usually don't. It's just people get crazy. People will bring out bleach and throw it in the road, and people just go haywire. But last year there was somebody that got drunk or something and crashed through the median and ended up running from the cops, so it gets really crazy up there. Like I said, there usually isn't cops right here. It's very seldom that we see cops maybe just drive by. But right here is a pretty good spot because we get to see cars cruise. People actually do burnouts and get on it. So again, this is kind of an area just south of M1 Concourse where people, like we're just south of the hospital. I can see the hospital plain as can be. But people get on it and do some stuff here. Is it constant? No, but it's a pretty comfortable spot. Plus, you're not like overcrowded with people. The other thing was like I like being here because if I'm going to show you guys what's going on, instead of having like 100 people walking in front of me constantly. So, like I said, there's only a few flaws with this spot. And it's because of how the lights are kind of timed, so we have big gaps. But you guys can kind of see the traffic on the other side going, southbound. But coming northbound, we do have gaps because of the traffic lights and stuff. But you can see, like, look at that big gap. Now look at all the cars coming. Oh, yeah. There usually is. They have actual stations all throughout Birmingham, Berkeley, Royal Oak, and Ferndale, all about, I would say, a quarter mile apart. This year they're using a lot of undercover cops. If you go back and watch, well, I usually make my live streams just for the people who have memberships. Like usually what happens is after I'll make it so it's just for the people that have memberships. But on, what was it? Monday and Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday night, I was out with my buddy Dave, and literally while we were live streaming, here was a Viper, while we were live streaming, it was kind of funny because there was 6 cops that had 6 different people pulled over, all within the same like screen of the live stream. They were pulling everybody over for stupid stuff. Yeah, they're using those, but they're using drones now. They had a helicopter up. They've had so much stuff. I mean, they're it's getting kind of ridiculous. Thing is yeah, they need to put a designated area where people can kind of go like do burnouts and stuff, and there's a reasonable place to do like, hey, get on it and do a burnout. Like right here, not too bad. There's not many people around me. That's fine. But getting down like Birmingham where there's a ton of people and doing burnouts and stuff, that's kind of stupid. But like last night, they were kind of lenient last night because there's so many people. It was hard to drive. But the big thing was this week was they were just pulling everybody over. If you switch lanes without a blinker on, you're pulled over. So they made a lot of money this week. And there's a group of people that live down here, that moved down here, that hate anything cruising wise, because people are always out. Like I cruise like every Friday and Saturday night down here. There's people that absolutely hate anything cruising related, and they're trying to get it banned. Matter of fact, through the state, or Michigan State Senate, there's a bill being passed right now to ban any loud exhaust. What they deem loud exhaust is like, even if you have like cherry bombs or something, it doesn't mean just the burble tune. It's anything loud. They want to ban it. They want to basically ban performance mods, so you can get a ticket, which is stupid because if most of the people that are causing all the issues with loudness are those stupid burble tunes, they started issuing fix-it tickets for that crap, people would knock it off. But yeah, it's just weird. You got people that move down here and this is like the most historic road other than Route 66 in the country. This was the first paved road, first road to have a four-way traffic light. You know, there's a lot of history here with the Big Three. You know, a lot of people don't know that the Big Three used to come out and actually test their cars out here, racing them from light to light. That's what made Woodward famous. So, but there's people that move down here and they're like, oh, I hate cars. I hate the loud noise as well. You should have done your research. I'm sorry. So, but there's a lot of backlash about that because there's a group called the Woodward Group. And it's mostly people that just troll people on there. It's kind of funny. But, there's a lot of people that absolutely hate cruisers. That hate the cruising community down here. Thought he was going to lose it for a second. See what I mean? People get on it right here. So, and you have enough room to like, hey, I can go all the way across the lanes and there's no cops. So... But yeah, there's a lot of people like I said, that are just trying to get everything shut down around here, which is stupid because the businesses absolutely love it. When these young kids and even the older crowd come out, here comes the guy in the Challenger again. A lot of people come down here and go out for ice cream, for dinner and stuff. They spend a lot of money, so the businesses like it, but it's the neighborhoods that don't. I don't think the businesses mind as long as the nice Cordova. I don't think the businesses don't mind as long as people pick up their crap, you know. They pick up their mess and leave everything kind of nice, and I don't think anybody has an issue with it. For a while there, we had some kids from different areas that would come out to Royal Oak, and where the Dodge exhibit used to be was right there on the corner. Oh, check this out. This guy lives down by me. He's got a trailer, and it's a truck's following it. Or maybe he took the truck. Oh, the truck's still behind it. There it is. With a Ford Ranger behind it. That guy, and there's another guy that lives by me that has an upside-down GMC Ventura van, or it rides on its roof. But yeah, it's kind of comical because it's just like there's always bad apples in every group. But there's this area where the Dodge display used to be, right at the corner of 13 Mile and Woodward, and now it's like owned by the Beaumont Hospital or Corewell Health. and it's like a shopping center. They got restaurants, they got Chick-fil-A, they got Brown Iron Brewery. They got a whole bunch of cool stuff there. And there was a pizza place there that was open late, and these kids would go there and fight in the parking lot. So that started a lot of this with all these fights that they were having. Here you go, Daytona. Nice old Ford. So a lot of that kind of chaoticness helped the locals that hate cruising kind of push this whole movement of, hey, these cruisers don't need to be out here kind of deal. How many millions of dollars does the Dream Cruise bring into local business? I don't know. Quite a bit. You got to figure there's over 1 million people here today in town. And when I say in town, in the area, because there's like, what, 8 communities that do the Woodward Dream Cruise. But there's usually over 1 million people that come from out of town to be here. So there's big money, all the hotels, everything. So, like I said, these people should have done their homework, understood that they're on one of the most iconic roads in the country. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. The majority kind of rules, you know. Exactly. The funny thing was, is like during COVID, when they locked us all up in our houses, everybody came out cruising. You weren't supposed to, but here you go. That's cool. Made it look like a CUDA. Basically, they were supposed to, be locked up in our houses and stuff, and people came out cruising. Then they said, hey, we're not doing the Woodward Dream Cruise because we don't want people, mass congregating. They didn't stop everybody. They did a Trump cruise instead, and there was just as many people out here, but all with Trump flags and stuff. It was hilarious because people were like, hey, you can't keep us in our houses. And I think if they tried to shut, like the government tried to do something about this, I really think that people, it's not just Republicans or Democrats or anything. I think car people in general would be pissed. Here we have car people that are EV people, muscle car people, pickup truck people. Like I said, everything's here. Supercar guys. There's more car enthusiasts here probably than almost anywhere in the world because everybody has like a third car. So yeah. Well, our governor did the same thing. She banned fishing and boating and all that, and then her husband got caught because they had their boat up north in a marina, and he wanted it to be basically unwinterized to put it in the water. And the marina guy was like, "What? We can't do that." And he's like, "Yeah, well, my wife is the governor." So the guy reported it to the newspapers. He's like, "I ain't doing it. I'm breaking the law if I'm doing it." That's cool. American flag being seen in flames. So see this Patriot Blue Durango? I had the same exact, it's Patriot Blue. I had that same exact Durango. Yep. She got her hair done. They went out to eat. There was a whole bunch of stuff. Same in California, same in all that stuff. So I don't think there's any way they're going to ever shut this down. If they say they're going to give people tickets, people will come out in a massive storm and drive around. They don't care. There goes that SR5, like, dune buggy thing. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to stop anybody. It's just like there's a movement right now to ban internal combustion engines. That's hilarious. Do you think all these people driving right now are going to ban the internal combustion engine? I got an EV. I'm not going to probably go back to another EV. If I do, it's because I got a good deal on something, but that's cool. That guy, there's a purple Mustang on the other side. He's got a Target top. He's got an actual, like he cut his roof off and made a Target top out of his Mustang. Actually, looks really cool. Oh, here you go. The Radio Flyer wagon. Check this thing out. It's awesome. The Western Flyer rocket. There we go. He turned traction control off, but he didn't hold it down to turn it completely off. It's funny, if you hit the traction control button and it says traction control off, it doesn't shut it completely off. By law, I think it has to be like 15% on. But if you hold the button down for 3 seconds, it defeats it all. Damn, he's got like massive wide tires on that thing. Cool old Chevy van. Yeah, exactly. Like, I had that Charger Daytona EV. I had a Durango RT. So, here you go, 300ZX. Pretty good shape. So, here comes a Scat Pack 4-door. I'm actually, Dodge is sending me one on Monday for a week. Yeah, the Bright Drop van, that was kind of funny because the Bright Drop van, they were testing the hell out of it. There's so many over here. You can buy a Bright Drop van, and they're actually engineered to be really good vans. They got pretty good range and everything, but you can get one for $29,000 right now, and they originally stickered for like $80,000. So, yeah, EVs just don't hold their value. I mean, even my car, like, for example, my Daytona, when I go to, like, because I leased it, Stellantis wants me to pay, like, when my lease is done, $51,000. I can go buy one of those cars for $37,000. Why would I do that? Yeah. Tesla's not. The thing is, Tesla has a niche. You know, they're really good at what they're doing. They're more of a software company anyways than a car company. I give Elon and his team a lot of credit. I mean, self-driving and all that stuff. I could care less about self-driving personally, but I think there's a niche for that. Like, obviously, if you're disabled or you're a senior, I think that kind of stuff's awesome. That robo-taxi stuff. I think there's a purpose for all that stuff. But as for me, you know, there's some things I like and some things I don't like. Would I ever buy a Cybertruck? No. I don't like the looks of it. But I think it's cool he did something different. I think there's room for everything. You know? Yeah. 30K out the door. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there's room for everything. Oh, there's a Goodyear blimp right here. Look it. I'll show you. Hold on a second. It's flying over right now. If I can show you. There it is. So, but yeah, there's room for everything. It doesn't matter. Like, never did I think I would ever own an EV, but the reason why I got an EV was because I'm an automotive journalist, and when I write about this stuff, I want to know and experience everything that I write about. And I love the car, but as a car person, the thing that sucks the most, other than the fact that we don't have a good infrastructure here for charging, is the fact that you can't do nothing to it. It's like a laptop, you know. You can change the wheels out. You can probably drop it a little bit more, tint the windows and put graphics on it, but that's it. Now, if I had a gas car, you can go put different exhaust, cold air intake, all that stuff. So, well, like my wife likes the fact that EVs, because you don't have to have oil changes, all that stuff. She doesn't take care of her cars. She's a great candidate for an EV. I bought her a Wrangler 4xe, and she plugs it in, drives 4 miles to work and back every day. And we've had it for like 3 months, and I think we filled it up 4 times so far. We put a couple thousand miles on it, so it's like we've hardly put any fuel in it whatsoever. Only when we go long distances. And right now with my, yeah, no kidding, that's stupid. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's why, you know, I try not to get political, but I'm very much a libertarian. I hate big government. So I don't think the government should have any say in anything that you do. Other than, like, obviously murdering people and stuff, but... There's that GTX again. CTS. There was a lot of CTSVs out last night. Holy smokes! Seen a couple wagons, seen a couple coupes, and I think I'd seen just one sedan out last night. But I seen at least 2 coupes and I seen 2 wagons for sure, which is rare because there's way more sedans, which is kind of funny. I'm sorry I missed your thing. Plugging in at home, yeah, basically. I don't have a charger at my house. Well, I have one, but I don't have it hooked up. So I go fast charge my car all the time. It's still cheaper than filling it up. It only cost me about $42 if it was at 0, which I've never let it get to. So, but the funny thing is I work from home. So like when I come out to Woodward with all the stop and go stuff with regenerative braking, I actually make up range. Like last night I drove and I basically did, I don't know, 14 miles and I basically used 1 mile worth of range. There's a lot of benefits and stuff of it, but the big problem here is like registration. Like my plates are $654 a year. And I had a 2023 Chrysler 300C with the 6.4 in it before it. My plates were only $150 then. Oh, dude, I would love an old wagon too. If I could have anything right now, anything. I've been looking and looking and looking. I would love to find a halfway decent shape 1970 Chrysler Town and Country wagon with a 440 in it. That would be like my dream vehicle right now. But wagons are getting super popular and they're getting more and more expensive and harder to find because everybody's buying them. Oh, there's the police helicopter above us. Yes. So my car was 80 grand. Plus it's an EV because we don't pay, supposedly we don't pay the road tax, even though every time I charge, I pay a state sales tax. I pay 6% sales tax. Except for when you're at home. You actually, technically at home here, because it's a monopoly, they are, you're like kind of credited, so you get like a 4% tax on your energy from your house. But you're still paying tax for everything. Oh, 67? That's still a nice car. I just like the 70s. Even the font on the rear, like tailgate, I absolutely love on the 70s. 70 to me is just the perfect wagon. My grandfather had one. I found a picture recently of him and all my aunts in the back, in the rear-facing seat. So it made me want one even more. I've been going through this phase lately. I used to love, I used to be one of those people like, it has to be a 68, 69, 70 Charger, or Cornet or whatever. There you go. And now it's just like, I could care less about the 68, 69, 70 B bodies because they're so damn expensive anymore. They're out of reach. Like I've been so big into like the mid 70s, late 70s cars now. I would love to find another 300, like a 79 300 or a New Yorker, like an R-body New Yorker or something like that. Yeah, they made wagons with slant sixes. Cornet had one, I believe. C5 Vet. I still think the C5 Vet is the best looking Vet. There you go, GTR. Japan. I don't know. Hopefully next year I'll have something as a fun toy. Yeah, EVA, electronic voice alert. That's what that was called. Your door is ajar. Fasten your seatbelts. Oh yeah. Texas Instruments actually helped make that. That's why it sounds like a speak and spell. I did a whole article about EVA on Mopar Insiders a while back. Torino GT. XJ, this is my. Yeah. Don't forget your keys. Your headlights are on. I like when it says prompt service is required. Which that guy's got to be loving delivering mail and all this stuff. He's got to be having a field day. Probably having a nightmare. Like I said, it's not bad up here. You get down to between 13 and 14 mile, it's like, holy crap, it's gridlock. When we leave here, it'll be gridlock. There you go. Gold Rush on that Challenger. Nice Cornet. Yeah, your Duster. Yeah, it's funny, you know, everybody says that, like, my Charger's a big car, but when you look at a Duster, it was considered a small car, like a mid-size, well, under a mid-size, it was a compact car back then. Barely. What was your driver's training car? The car I took driver's training in was like a 1997 Plymouth Neon Espresso. 4-door. There you go, nice old tradesman van. Dodge Monaco? Yeah. No, that's a tank. Big old Monaco. Speaking of Monacos, he picked the perfect time to bring up Monaco because here comes the Blues Brothers in their Monaco. Here comes the Blues Brothers. This is a husband and wife that dress like the Blues Brothers in a Dodge Monaco. You just happen to say Monaco. Here it is. See, if you start saying what car you want to see, maybe you'll see them. There you go, a little Ram 50. Here comes the Kaiser. Red Jeep. Oh, the Prism. My buddy had a Prism, Toyota, basically a Toyota, but he used to call it the Prism. Try to make it fancy like a Trans Am. Prism. I gotta see. A Dart. There we go, nice GTX. Gen 5 Viper. I've seen this guy out a lot. Last couple nights. Dodge A100. I want to see something real quick. I might pause for a second. Okay. I was just seeing at what my battery level was on the phone, and it's 99% because I got it charging right now. I don't even know what time it is yet. Let me see. Well, it's not even noon yet. Once we hit about, I think about an hour, I'll stop for a while because I'm gonna go check out the Dodge display. I got to do some stuff for work, and then I'll come back and do another live stream later. But I will still do it for another hour. Hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for hitting the like button, too. Here comes the Inca Gold Prowler. Nice Firebird. Must be a little delayed because the last time I seen a Dodge van was like a few minutes ago. Here, thing just came through. Charger SRT8. Hey, no problem. Like I said, I'm out here anyways. That's the whole point of coming out. Like, I might as well have it live so you guys can enjoy it too. That way, I know there's a lot of people who can't come out, so. The spot that I'm in is like we have basically like we're between lights, so we're a little bit farther north than the epicenter. The reason being is everybody can kind of get crazy up here and drive their cars. So we're at the Dodge display up in Bloomfield Township. We're like just south of like what would be the equivalent of like 18 Mile. Well, the main epicenter of the Dream Cruise is 13 and 14. But down there, it's like gridlock traffic. You can't really do nothing, and there's tons of people, so they're out. Well, here, there's not many cops, and people kind of get on it a little bit. And it's just, you know, we're just between lights. You'll see, like, there's a gap for a little bit, and then all of a sudden we'll be flooded with cars. So you can see, like, right here, great example. It just depends on the timing of the lights. Yeah, Thursday was busy. Yes, last night was super like busy. I didn't even get to do a full lap in my car. It was 2 hours. There was that many people. It was like gridlock traffic. It literally took me 2.5 hours to go about 4.5 miles last night. So that's why I like it up here. People actually drive their cars and have a little bit of fun. And if you were on the stream a little bit, like probably about 20 minutes ago, there were some people like actually like getting on it, going sideways in the road and stuff. So you can see a couple of the where people have done burnouts. Let me see here, right here. So we're at a really good spot. Like I said, it's not the busiest spot, but would you want to be like see cars just stopped, not moving, and then have people walk in front of the screen nonstop? No. So like we have these periods where we don't have any traffic, but then you can see, like, look at in the distance, look at all the cars coming down. So we're just south of Pontiac, Michigan right now. We're actually south of M1 Concourse, where they actually did the drag racing for Roadkill Nights. Where literally I could see right where the end of the drag strip was. And like I said, we're at the Dodge display. So Dodge has their new 600 horsepower twin turbo Super B up here. They got a whole bunch of stuff. And then the Heavy Insanity guys who do the drag racing, they have a car show and stuff up here. So. Oh, I believe it. Oh my God, somebody cut a Saturn up. Look on the other side of the road. Somebody cut a Saturn up and made it into like a really ultra short wheelbase like car. Yeah, Pontiac gets kind of crazy. They do a lot of burnouts and stuff up there, but there's a lot of like, it's just kind of like trash people where they, last year, like for example, somebody got drunk and did a burnout and crashed into I think it was I can't remember if it was another car or somebody, and they ended up like running. They ended up taking off and running away, and the cops chased them. I think this guy missed his spot or something. He's talking to somebody. Come on, move the Hino. Yep, I just took probably about 6 minutes ago. I just showed it on the live stream. It was flying right over our heads. An F-650 super truck. Those things are badass. Super cruiser. Can't imagine the fuel prices on that thing. Yeah, it's not dead. It's just we're between traffic now. Now what you're gonna see is there's basically. It's getting crowded down at between like 13, 14, and 15 mile, and it'll take a little bit, but we'll start seeing people come up. You also have to remember too, it's getting close to lunchtime, so people are stopping and eating and that. Where's GM set up? Well, they have a couple displays. They are actually in the parking lot, the Memorial Park, right next to the Village Jeep with the GM Performance stuff, like the Chevy Performance stuff. And then Chevy actually has their display for like the new Silverado and all their trucks. They have each generation of the Chevy trucks in the little park in Birmingham, Michigan. And then Ford has Mustang Alley, which is 9 Mile in Ferndale. And then Dodge is up here. Yep, it goes from Ferndale to Pontiac. I think there's 8 communities that are involved. So like I said, it's hard sometimes to get through traffic once it starts getting busy. Plus, like I said, it's lunchtime too, so people are going to start slowing down. That's why I said I'm going to try to go. Oh, here comes that Pacifica we've seen for van culture. That's slammed. I love that thing. That was at Roadkill Nights last week. I did a whole article on that thing on Mopar Insiders this past week. Yeah, if you guys, like I said, I'm going to take a break a little bit. I'll probably go till about, like I said, probably in 12:30 maybe. I'll take a break and I'll go and shoot my stuff. I didn't see much coming up here because everybody was still trying to go to their spots. But they've been pulling everybody over for like the last couple of days. Like, it doesn't matter if you didn't turn your blinker on to switch lanes or whatever, those pulling people over because it's a lot of money for them. Right here, we don't have many cops. That's why you're going to see people get on it and stuff. Here comes the Jurassic Park Wrangler YJ. Thanks, Steve. Here comes a whole bunch of cars coming now. There's probably some, that's for sure. Oh yeah. The cops are ridiculous though. Like on Tuesday night when we were doing a live stream, I've been doing live streams all week long. Because I live off of Woodward Avenue, so it's like it doesn't take me that much to get out here, but because I'm out here like every Friday and Saturday night anyways, driving. But it's hilarious because we were I was doing a live stream on Tuesday and there was 6 cop cars that had 6 different people pulled over, and I was actually streaming and there was a guy who just pulled out. He pulled out from like the corner over here and got into like the 3rd lane, and there was nobody around, and they busted him. 2 motorcycle cops came after him. All he did was he pulled out and there was nobody around, and he didn't use his blinker, and they pulled him over. It's like, come on. Yeah, well, we don't have street takeovers on Woodward so much. It's like closer downtown to Detroit. They are fighting real crime. They're fighting the citizen with cash in their hands. They don't want them to just give it away to anybody, do they? Oh, sweet, Z06. I'll be out there soon with the Z06. Yeah, they did this worse. And the Telegraph Cruise. Yeah. Nice little Mercury. So yeah, it's just like all these towns, they have tons of cops. They have a lot of undercover cops. The only cop I seen up here, like really on my way up here, there was one that was hiding in the bushes going southbound on Woodward, about 2 miles south of here. He was sitting on a little driveway in somebody's house. He was in the bushes clocking people. What's our T4? It's all beat up. Yeah. Most of the street takeover stuff, if they do anything, they don't usually do street takeovers too much. It's happened a couple times, like on the highways and stuff. The cops don't mess around with that here. Most of the guys, if they're gonna go to an intersection and do stuff like that, they usually do it towards Detroit, usually on like the east side. Detroit's had a lot of different things. Like we had a bunch of guys on 4-wheelers and stuff running down the street, and then the cops basically put out a task force team to crack down on them. We don't hear much about them anymore. Technically, during COVID, when they canceled the Woodward Dream Cruise, we had the Trump Cruise, and there was just as many people out. It was hilarious. Markup on the ZR1. Yeah, the ZR1 prices are fucking stupid. Like, stupid. There goes the new TRX. I just drove one of those trucks what was it, last month? You can watch the whole first drive video here on the channel. So if you guys don't know, the purpose of this channel is I'm a big Mopar guy. I own a bunch of Mopar websites, and I'm an auto journalist. So basically, this is my little side project for when I do like different news things and different like driving events and stuff. This is the channel I post all my stuff on. So, where was what? With Hamilton Chevrolet? Yeah. They'll probably make you sign something too saying that you can't sell the car either, because they're doing that stuff now. They want people to hold on to the cars and not flip them. Well, for how much they're charging, it's ridiculous. Dead Dodge Garage. He's out in what? Oregon. Yeah, 1 year. There was a guy who we ran into out here on Woodward a while back. I actually was live streaming that too. He was the second person in the country to get his ZR1. He had a ZR1. It was yellow. It was an older guy, typical, like, you know, they always make fun of Corvette owners with the jorts and stuff. Yes, he had jorts and New Balances on. He was sitting on his chair. My buddy and I went up to him and looked at his car. He was really cool. He was super nice. He was like, hey, go and open the door, look inside, and all this stuff. So my buddy who was with me, his dad has had numerous Corvettes. He's got a C8 Stingray and all that, so. But the guy was super nice, let us look at it. And then we see quite a few ZR1s here. Obviously GM and Roush test them all the time. And matter of fact, if you go back through my community post on this page back in December, I posted one when we came out of a bar. There was a ZR1X, and the guy was driving it in the snow. Had the massive wing on the back, and it was covered up with snow. There we go. Here comes the boat. Check this thing out. The Suburban. It's a Chevy Suburban made into it with a boat body. Dealers are millionaires, leave them alone. I can't say that's not the truth. Around here in Michigan, the same few dealer bodies are buying up all the dealers. So, and we used to be from a whole bunch of independent dealers. Now they're getting into the. Basically, there's like a handful of people that are buying all the dealerships. There's a handful of people that are buying all the dealerships up. Oh, Cast Tech. Not too far, man. Joy in Southfield. Oh, you're pretty close. Get your ass out here. Oh, dude, that's with any high-performance car. They do those ghost listings, and then they'll sell it before it even hits the lot. And then what they've done in the past is they'll promise somebody a good deal on one. They'll be like, hey, we'll get you a good deal. Oh, Murata. And they'll basically lock in a deal with somebody, and then the car's not even there yet, and then somebody will call up and say, hey, you know, I'm going to give you more money for it, and they'll sell it from underneath you, so. Oh, that's where Cody is? Oh, okay. Yeah, Sarah. They don't own the Sarah dealerships. LaFontaine's gone crazy. They bought so much stuff. Yeah. I prefer small dealerships. Like, I deal with Moran's has bought a bunch of stuff, but I like Moran's. They treat me pretty good. They own the Chrysler dealership up in Port Huron. And then there's a family-owned Chrysler dealership that I deal with a lot, too, in St. Clair, Michigan. that St. Clair Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You go there, and again, the family owns it. Like the guy who's the general manager is the owner, and you don't feel like a number. Like if you go to like Gowling or something here, you're a constant number. So. Yeah, see, that's nuts. And they say that's based on demand, like the $100,000 markup. They say it's based on demand. That's BS. That's what they decided to make it as demand. And the stupid thing is who's going to pay $100 grand for that extra for that car when it's not even like a limited edition car? Like they've never said exactly how many they're building. And it doesn't stop them from changing. Dodge did that with the Durango SRT Hellcat. They said, hey, we're going to build so many. And then they said, you know what? We skipped a model year, and now we're going to build more. And the funny part about that is, yeah, they did that. And guess what? They went to court. And the court says, yeah, technically they can do what they want. So it was a limited edition for that year. So there's a whole bunch of loopholes that these car companies can do. So I would never buy a car unless it was sticker or under. There's no way. That's why I deal with smaller dealerships. They want to just get the sale rather than like gotta get all this cash in there. Yeah, see, that's the bad flavor in your mouth. Plus, cars are expensive now. Yeah, but the problem is then I'm gonna fight with every single person and have people walk in front of my camera. So I'm actually north of Cranbrook. I'm actually just south of the hospital up here near Pontiac, up by M1 Concourse. I'm up to the Dodge display. Yeah. I would rather have the Z06 with the Z07 package. ZR1's a cool car, but man, for that price, you can do so much to that Z06. You could take it and send it to Lingenfelter and have them do something with it and have more of a badass car and like a bit more of a one-on-one car than a freaking ZR1. Plus that flat plane V8 sounds awesome. Yeah. 50 years ago, try buying a house like 30 years ago. Yeah. That's what I would do, Dave. That's what I would do. Why not? Screw paying $100 grand more and giving it to the dealer for nothing. You get some bragging rights that you got a ZR1, big whoop. Go Z06. That's what I do. Keep the cash and modify it. Make it your own. Here comes that. Check out this Mustang. It's got a Targa top. He cut the roof off of it and made a Targa top on it. XLR with no hood. Yeah, well, they're supposed to be making more affordable vehicles. The problem is there's hardly any of them. The Chevy Trax, which is built in Korea, Stellantis doesn't have anything under $30,000. Ford doesn't really have anything under $30,000 when you include destination prices, that is. So that's because they can build less cars and make more profit on the bigger ones because they're willing to pay for it. I am on the northbound side. Yeah. No, I'm pro the tariff situation. I want to see stuff built here, but the problem is by the time they do all this stuff, they don't have enough plants to build stuff. This El Camino GNX is awesome. They don't have enough plants to build all this stuff here. And the truth is like they'll complain about wages and stuff for the UAW. So I don't mind stuff being built in Mexico as long as most of the parts come from North America, like the US and Canada. I don't care about that. Just build some affordable vehicles. They should be building more like full-size, more expensive stuff here so the UAW can absorb that. And then building cheaper stuff in Mexico that they can bring here. See, you guys wanted me to go farther south. Can't do that at Maple, you'd be pulled over. Last year, we actually had Rich Rebuilds up here with his Hellcat minivan doing a massive burnout. No, it's not an original. It is a clone. There's a company in Ohio that actually makes replicas that are like spot on, and that's one of them. I stopped by the gas station the one time, and that guy pulled up behind me, and I talked to him for about 10 minutes. Super nice guy. He's from Birmingham. What did you say? You better drive that Ram more, sitting too long. What Ram is that? I don't have a Ram. I got rid of my Ram a while back when I bought my 300C originally. My best friend's got my Ram now. I have, right now in my driveway, all I have is a Wrangler 4xe Sahara for my wife that's fully loaded. And I have my Charger Daytona. And then we got that 79 Chrysler 300 that my dad has that he just keeps down here. That's what I'm saying. Backstage is right. So that's why I'm saying build them in Mexico. Hate that stupid burble tube crap. I do all Mopar stuff, but thank you for the offer. I own several Mopar websites. Mopar Insiders, 5th Gen Rams, which is nothing but, we're the biggest forums for 5th Gen Ram owners. So that's the 2019 and newer trucks. And then heavy duty stuff, we have HD Rams. We also have a website called Gearhead Daily, but I don't do much with that anymore because I just do too much stuff with Mopar Insiders, with 5th Gen Rams and HD Rams. But Mopar Insiders is the biggest Mopar news and rumor and information site out there. Started in 2018 as a pet project because I used to write for Allpar, and then Dave Zatz, who owned Allpar, sold it, and they wouldn't let us write anymore. So with Dave's blessing, I created Mopar Insiders with Jared Belfour, my buddy, and boom, it took off. Chrysler back in the day, yeah. I've been a Chrysler since I was 3 years old. Okay. Nope, you didn't lose signal. When somebody calls me, it cuts off, so you didn't lose the signal. I switched over because I had to talk to him. Because you guys are streaming on my phone. I don't have like a second phone. And so you should be coming from that way, from where we're facing, so. Here comes that van culture van. Thing looks awesome. Slammed. The stuff does look good, slammed. Here he comes right now. There's my dad. Hey, thanks for all the likes, guys. Make sure to put where you're from, because I like seeing where everybody's from. Nice Firebird coming on here. Oh yeah, they build a ton of Mopars here. Dodge Durango is built at the Jefferson North plant, right in downtown Detroit. Well, on the outskirts of downtown Detroit. Jeep Grand Cherokee is built at the Jefferson North and the Mack plant, which are back-to-back alongside Durango there in Detroit. We have the Ram 1500. Most of them are built here in Sterling Heights, Michigan, which is a suburb right outside of Detroit at 16 Mile and Van Dyke. And we also have... well, shoot, we got a lot of stuff, actually, because we have the Grand Wagoneer. We're going to have the Ram Charger, the upcoming Ram Charger. Those are, well, the Grand Wagoneer is built at the Warren Truck Assembly Plant, but the Ram Charger will also be built there. So, Hamtramck Factory Zero, from what we heard, Factory Zero is like running very minimal stuff. So, I don't even know if they're open full-time. Have I ever worked at an auto plant? No. But I get to go, I'm lucky enough where Stellantis invites me to them. Like if you go back on the channel, I go to do tours and stuff as part of being an automotive journalist. I did sell Stellantis, well, I sold Chrysler stuff back in 06, 07 for like 6 months. I absolutely hated being a car salesman. But my whole career before being an auto journalist, I was... believe it or not, I worked in healthcare. I actually ran assisted livings. I was a healthcare administrator. So that's what I did for a living. I was a healthcare administrator. I ran like assisted livings. I got burnout. I was on call 24/7 for 10 years and went back to school and yeah, Tawana, New York. All right, I was just by there not too long ago. I went to through to Vermont. In New Hampshire to drive the new Charger 6-pack cars. So, but yeah, I've always wanted to be a car designer when I was younger. Never followed through to it. Ended up working in healthcare with my dad and my aunt in nursing homes. Worked my way up to the assisted livings. Ended up running my own facility. I was the youngest administrator in the state of Michigan at the age of 24, running my own facility. And I did that until I was, 31. And then went back to school and then ended up creating Mopar Insiders and making that my full-time job. So... yeah, it's not too bad up here. If you stay north of like Maple, you can actually drive. If you go down between like 13 and 15, it's gonna be crazy. But it just depends on if you actually want to drive or not. We still get a decent amount of cars. We're just like between lights up here, so it's hit and miss sometimes. Here comes that Checker Marathon cab. That's pretty cool. Fiat 124 Spider. $124 Spiders were pretty cool. Got yourself a Miata, basically, with a Fiat engine. So like I said too, part of it is it's around lunchtime here, so people are stopping and eating and stuff like that, but we're gonna see more people come out a little bit later too. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing this for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna go check out some stuff, do some stuff for work, and then I'm gonna come back and live stream a little bit later too. And we'll probably do some cruising too, so. See if I can turn you guys just a little bit this way. Yeah, I got mine in the car. It's overcast right now. I'm not gonna get sunburned by any means. I think more people, it was like kind of like misting out a few minutes ago, so I think people are more like worried about it raining out. Whoa, the wind's really blowing though. Oh, sweet, Madison Heights, cool. Cruise by us in a little bit, yeah, sweet. No, those are LEDs and they flicker with the camera. LEDs flicker in real light, like real time. They flicker so fast you can't see them because they're diodes. But the camera doesn't screw with the camera, like it doesn't make it look like a solid thing. So when you see them flicker like that, it's just optical confusion for us, but the camera's picking it up. It doesn't get super packed up here. That's why I like it, because if we were down closer to 13, 14, the problem is it would be like gridlock and people would be walking all over. You guys wouldn't be able to see half the cars that drive by because there'd be so many people. Up here, people are actually driving. That Ram Charger that just went by, or it's actually a Plymouth Trail Duster, has a Hellcat engine in it, and it slammed the ground. That was Autorama earlier this year, and we seen it this past week at Mopars at the Donut Cutter, which you can see on the video here on the channel. But it's nice up here. You can drive up through here. Pontiac's kind of busy, but not like down by 13 and 15, between 13 and 15 mile. So it's not bad up here. Hey, how's it going? So, but yeah, up here, like I said, up here there's hardly any cops. People get on it a little bit more. We do have like a gap in the traffic because of how the lights are timed. So there's actually a light, like probably a quarter of a mile down over that hill there, and it just depends on, you know, when they hit the light. So we do have a gap sometimes. I told you you'd find the parking lot pretty easy. I haven't even been up there yet. I gotta go up there and the Dodge display. No, I just came and sat down and been doing the live stream ever since. Did I tell you they're sending me a 6-pack 4-door just like this? That's the red oxide car that I was supposed to be taking pictures of. It's a brand new color. And the guy's
See anything really
stuck
exotic?
Oh yeah, dude, there was that boat.
Yeah.
You know, the suburb boat. Yeah, there was a wagon, like a little radio flyer wagon. There's the guy with the camp. Yeah, there's the camper. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff so far.
Driving on High Road with a Volkswagen Vanagon.
Yeah, Vanagon.
Old one,
Yeah.
Peace bus. Guy was waving up.
I don't know why it won't let you do that. It's weird. This guy's delivering pizzas. Let me see see if I can scoot you guys over just a little bit. So you guys don't have to see that canopy or that kid bouncing up and down over there. So.
Are you live streaming right now?
Yeah.
Is your audio on or not?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to turn the audio off for a second? Huh? Some people were saying I was the only one live streaming this. There was a Cordova earlier that went by. There's a guy who's got a really kick butt El Camino modified to be a GNX, and it's got a 3.8 in it. He's been driving around here quite a bit. How'd the car drive down here? Good? I was next to this guy in a 76 Pacer,
Yeah.
silver, all original car, right?
Yeah.
And he basically, when I pulled up next to him at the light, it was him and his son. He goes, this car's got 15,200 miles. It's got a little bit of rust on it. He goes, it sat forever. He goes, I got it running yesterday. So he was out here riding with his son, who was probably like 10 or 11 years old. That's pretty cool.
It's a nice car.
Yeah. There's been quite a few people leaving here that's been getting on it hard. Yeah.
Look, man, coming down, I thought it was going to look like a storm almost. It's dark.
Yeah, it was overcast. Oh, you missed the Goodyear blimp. The Goodyear blimp flew over. They have 2 Goodyear blimps down here this year. The Goodyear blimp flew over. They have 2 of them down here this year. Old Jag. They, do you see the guys at Chase Classic Motors bought a Jag to fix up and sell? Yeah, but it's like a 98. It's a, what's that, XJK or whatever?
Where'd you go for breakfast?
McDonald's. There you go, a bunch of Vipers. There's Mopar boys. I just went to McDonald's. I was going to go to the one on Woodward, but they have it all closed up because they're only letting people who bought parking passes. They're not even there. It's like walking only. I'm like, okay, where the hell am I going to park the car? So I ended up going over to 14 and over by 14 and Coolidge. Check that Mustang out, that purple one. He cut the roof off it. It's a Targa top now. Yeah, the GNX Club. There you go. Can-Am. You see what he's got? An original Riff sticker on the back bumper.
I like those cars. That's perfect for that car. 56 maybe.
They got a TRX over there too. You can go get another shirt, Kim. I think it's the same shirt you're wearing. Yeah. It's the same shirt. Because everybody else had them over there.
Big guys, big around.
This guy's gonna launch his drone. He's got it set up on a cooler for a landing pad. Oh, somebody hit my door on my car, or no, behind my door on my car, and put a dent in my car. Yeah. They hit the crease. They hit the crease in the body line and right below it.
Where did that happen at?
I don't know. Either happened last night or the night before last. Probably the night before last.
People are assholes. They fucking hate people.
You see my earring?
Oh, bees? Cool. So now I gotta look for a paintless dent guy to see if he can remove. I only knows how much that's gonna cost, but hopefully, like, I think the insurance allows me X amount of money without being like going up because of it. That's what I just said. I think the insurance allows me so much to do. But yeah, somebody hit me. I don't know who. This guy's been racking up the miles on this checkered marathon over here. Check out the 70 Charger. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. I like the...
Looks like a Dodge girl riding with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, riding with it.
Yeah. I'll have to look at my other pop I brought with me. I brought the canopy too. It's in my car.
It's actually beautiful outside.
Yeah.
I got the generator. I bought a little fan for it.
Sweet.
But it's not even bad out there. It's nice. As you're driving out, I said, oh, this is like the perfect weather.
Hey, can I see your phone for a second?
Huh?
Can I see your phone for a second? The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Here, do this. Type your thing in.
It's your birthday.
Oh.
012989. Well, it just comes and goes. We'll go for a ride here and we'll go.
Yeah, we don't have to sit here all day. I just want to go see what's going on out in there. Yeah, but the thing is, you're going to go that way, you're going to be in gridlock. Which is fine for me because my electric car, actually, I did, yesterday was so busy down here. It took me 2.5 hours to do 4 miles. I didn't even do one lap. And the funny thing is, I left the house only using 1 mile of range. Because I stop and go nonstop. There you go. Just let you know, man. Or Bel Air wagon, I should say. You actually drive here. You're going to be in gridlock traffic. The other place.
Was there a lot of people out cruising last night?
Oh, dude, I just told you. It was so gridlocked. I literally spent 2.5 hours going 4 miles. Let me see if I can turn you guys a little bit. There you go. Check out the Ford. Country Squire, man.
We got one of those. Yeah, kind of got out of how they look at those kind of things.
They've had buses running people up and down.
Ride the bus.
The only problem is you can't go under 50. Nice 300 CSRT. No, everybody who does normal stuff is trying to stay away the hell away from this road. Last night was a nightmare trying to get home and trying to cross Woodward. Then we have to wait for the light because it spaces it out just enough where the Pontiac wagon over there. It's going up to look like a GTO in the front. Yeah, there was a lot of dude. Some guy was running a '78 Cherokee Chief last night in orange, restored, super mint, lifted. Looks super nice. That thing's got a Hellcat in it. It's slammed to the ground. It's a Plymouth Trail Duster. He was at Autorama. He was at Mopars at the Donut Cutter on Wednesday. There's a Dodge. 65 Dodge pickup. There is, it's just we're a little bit north of where it's all congested because being up here, we get people that actually, there's not hardly any cops. We're right between Pontiac and Bloomfield, so people actually run their cars up here. So like some of the people that leave the parking lot here, they'll get on it hard and stuff like that, where the cops aren't really here to police anybody, but we get spots like between the lights and stuff. That's the only bad thing about here, but we're at the Dodge display up here at St. George's Greek Orthodox Church. We'll go for a ride later, but I'm just trying to chill right now. You go earlier in the live stream, I drove up here through all the traffic. But yeah, driving up here, I went through all the traffic and stuff, so you can rewind the live stream and watch all that. And like I said, I'll probably be going here for a little bit because I want to go check out the Dodge display and stuff, so. It's drone, considering how windy it is, it stays pretty stable. That's one of the DJI like small ones, the minis. I thought about getting one of those. My DJI one is like $5.99. Yeah, my DJI Mavic Pro, it's so big it's hard to carry around. You can put that in your pocket if you wanted to. So yeah, here's the gap in the lights, and then all of a sudden over that crest down here, you'll see all the cars starting to come. Yeah. I don't remember where I got you. It's at like a restaurant or something. Oh, it was a radio station. I think it was Cruise and News guy had them or something. Like, hey, the dash plaques are right by my house. They sell the dash plaques. What time is it right now?
12:25.
So a lot of people are eating lunch and stuff right now. That's why we're having gaps in the traffic so much. A lot of people are out getting lunch, and then we'll come out cruising a little bit later.
Yeah, there's a lot of barbecues going down.
Oh yeah, there's tons of barbecues. A lot of food trucks too. Here comes the helicopter again. They're hauling ass. Look at. There's that smart car that looks like a cozy coupe.
Perfect boat jacket. Looks just like.
I think that's the Oakland County Sheriff there. Look at the stance on this freaking Volkswagen. What the hell? This guy drive like crap. Back when the Raptor had a V8 in it, 6.2. Hey, thanks for all the likes, guys. 12 and Woodward, yeah, 12 and Woodward's a fun spot. The only problem is you guys would be like having people walk in front of your camera, the camera all the time. We'll go for a ride a little bit later. I'm not going anywhere just yet, but I will probably be back. I don't know. I want to go look through the Dodge stuff, film some video for the website and channel here, and then I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff for like Mopar Insiders. But I'll be back definitely this afternoon. I live off of Woodward, so I'll be out here all day. It's a Viper GTO. So yeah, if you guys like, I don't know when I'm gonna quit here, but here comes Lambo. I don't know when I'm gonna quit, but when I do, if you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell, when I have the next live, it'll come up. So, like I said, I've been live streaming all week from Woodward, so I'm out here quite a bit. Demon 170 cinnamon stick. No problem. Thanks for joining, man. Guy's gonna try to land his drone manually. Got a cool wrap, that chrome red. See if the guy in the Challenger gets on it here. He's acting like he might. Nah, he's not. What color is that, do you know? Gringo. Super beam. Somebody had a Roadmaster for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Like 12 grand, and it was in pretty good shape. Oh yeah. Should have seen last night. It's funny how many people stopped me last night and asked me how I like my car and how nice it is. And then you had some like kids that don't like drive at all, like turn it off, turn it off. The funny thing was, it's just like how many people actually like the car. It's hilarious. Most of them thought it was the gas one though. Yeah. And it's funny because I drove it with, dude, in the stop and go traffic. I put it in that one pedal mode driving. Yeah. It made it so much easier. And then I had some old guy. Everybody was letting pedestrians walk across. Well, I went off of Woodward and decided I'm going to go get with a different group of cars. They were letting so many pedestrians just walk across when it was like no walking. Yeah. That I caught up with the same group I left. So I'm trying to pull out, and the light was just turning red, and I was already out in the intersection. I pull out, and this guy in this Audi comes hauling ass. He was at the stoplight, like literally from me to that canopy right there. Comes hauling ass, and then slams on the brakes hard because I'm like sticking out in the thing. He's like, ah, it's his dad or something, like old guy. Like his teeth are gonna fall. He's like, hey, you pull out a red light. Ah! I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's on camera. Like, whatever. I don't care. Like, whatever, dude. But he was at the busiest intersection on Woodward, and he punches on it. And it was just an Audi convertible. It wasn't even like a newer one or anything. And he almost hits me. And I'm sticking out in the lane because I'm already turning. But the car in front of me was letting people walk across where there was no walking signs. It's like, come on, people. It's like a Pentastar V6 with open headers, or not open headers, but like cherry bombs or something on it. There you go. First of Newport.
Yeah. It's a nice shape. I like that color.
Huh?
I like that color.
Yeah. Oh, so twice this week, on Thursday and Friday, there was a velvet red 300C, just like Frank's down here. You know, like my 300C that I had. So anyways, there was a velvet red one. The guy's from Wisconsin. I met up with him at Lights twice. Once on Thursday. I was like, hey, nice car. He said he used to own one of those. And then last night, like, the guy wasn't afraid to get on it. And he got on it a couple times. It was pretty funny. Yeah. The cops are down here in force though this week, man. They've been pulling everybody over. You don't put your blinker on, they pull you over. Stupid. Literally when I was doing a live stream on, T-Bird, I was doing a live stream on Tuesday, in one frame, there were 6 cops pulled over 6 different people. I was with Dave. Yeah, I was with Dave. We're like, what the heck? We counted. There were 6 cops that pulled 6 people over. And then there was a guy in a Camaro, like an 80s, like, you know, like IROC Z. It wasn't even an IROC Z, it was just a C28. And he pulls out of the 14 mile. Yeah. And there's nobody around like this, right? He literally pulls from the closest lane over to the 3rd lane because he was getting over. He didn't put his blinker on. 2 motorcycle cops came out of nowhere and pulled him over. It was like, there was nobody even around him. They are. Dude, you should see how many cops are down there. It's ridiculous. They're pulling everybody over. Dude, this is their biggest money-making time of the year, man.
Yeah, Oakland County just had a millage file.
Yeah, I voted it down.
To make every they can.
They got enough to keep flying the stupid helicopter back and forth. You know?
They want to do a support for everything.
Charlie said. They have enough money to keep flying that stupid helicopter back and forth. Look up Flight Tracker 24. I bet you that's it. Let me see it for a second. Does it say sheriff on it? Huh?
Looks like it.
Let me see your phone for a second. What the heck do you use as a browser? Would you say he's flying back around? What? You say he's flying back around?
Yeah, he's turning around circles. In a circle, yeah.
Look at all the planes up and down Woodward.
Yeah.
All flying banners.
You've seen it coming down 75. Actually, I've seen it from Hall Road.
It's got to be the police one because it's not on. It's not on here, and it usually is. It usually shows up. Here's the blimp. It's a big blob. It's a big balloon. See, Goodyear blimp. Look at how much it went over Pontiac. Look at it. It looks like scribbles. Hey, you guys were wondering about the Goodyear blimp. Whoops, see if I can show you. Look how many times it's gone back and forth across the Pontiac. There's another one too. I know. In loving memory of Spirit Airlines. I seen him in the one this morning when I was pulling up here.
I see that out of place somewhere.
Oh, can you? Well, you're in Waterford, you said, right? So yeah, he's been flying all over the place over there. There's another one on the south end of the cruise. It's funny if you go to Flight Radar 24 and look it up. Usually there's like an airplane, like emoji or a jet. With the blimp, it's just a big balloon, like a hot air balloon. Yeah, like between 13 and 15 is packed. Like you guys wouldn't see any of these cars be moving. The other thing is people would be walking in the way of the camera. So we're up here at the Dodge display. This is where I come. We'll go for a ride a little bit later. Again, you can rewind. You can rewind the live stream and look when I came out here earlier. I drove all through that, and that was at 10 o'clock this morning. So. You also got to remember too, it's lunchtime. A lot of people are getting lunch and stuff, and then they'll be back out here. This thing goes all day, so. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to end the stream right now, because what I'll do is I'll come back in a little bit. I'm going to go up to the Dodge display and see what's going on. So make sure to hit like and subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell when I come back on, well, at that time I'll take it, I'll actually drive, so you guys can see what the hell's going on. So anyways, I will see you guys a little bit later. Bye.